Mise en scène 2. View this lecture after reading Chapter 2, Mise en scène in Understanding Movies and watching The Graduate. Review the film grammar sheet in the Week 5 module to aid in the note-taking process. Journal Question 4. Does analyzing a film for a particular element strengthen or weaken your connection to it? Think about the experience of watching The Graduate and analyzing the mise en scène. Did it draw you deeper into the film? Mise en scène is called the opposite of editing. Mise en scène reflects real time. Mise en scène is what the director puts into the scene. Editing can weaken the power of mise en scène. Let's continue to explore elements of mise en scène. Most of this will be new. We'll also look at aspects of photography within mise en scène. Open and closed compositions, also called open and closed form, refers to how much information the director includes within the frame. Important elements are often withheld to create a sense of tension in the viewer. In this open form, important information is being withheld. Part of the subject is cut off. It leaves it open to interpretation. We see the woman is upset and crying, but we don't know why. Closed form is similar to theater. Everything is included. Everything is enclosed within the frame. Closed form allows the mise en scène to communicate information to the viewer. Tight and loose framing. Placement of subjects within the frame can suggest confinement or freedom. Tight framing. The subject appears trapped within the frame. She has little opportunity to move about freely. Loose framing. The subject has room to move within the frame. Loose framing creates a sense of freedom. Lighting as an element of mise en scène. Available or natural lighting is often used in realist films for a neutral presentation. High-key lighting is often used in musicals, comedies, and romantic comedies to present a bright and glamorous look. Low-key lighting is used to create high contrast by using light and dark symbolically in color and black and white film. Available or natural lighting is used to establish the realism in this composition. High-key lighting is often associated with classical Hollywood glamour. Low-key lighting. Areas of light and dark create a mood and a tone. Color can be used to create a dominant or all-over color. Color can be used symbolically. Color can be used to set up a contrast. And color can be used to draw the eye to an area of the frame. A dominant color can be created through a filter on the lens. Blue communicates visual subtext to the viewer in this still. We can see the people are blue because they're watching a movie. Color symbolism. The color pink is being used symbolically here. The young woman on the bed is shown as juvenile and childlike. The black sweater creates a sense of dominance in the subject wearing it. Color foil. To determine the color foil, let's first determine the dominant color, green. The color foil is red. It's the complementary color to green. The eye is drawn to the center of the frame. The color foil creates a pop of color. Lenses as elements of mise en scène. The wide-angle lens creates a deep depth of field, allowing it to communicate maximum visual subtext. The telephoto lens creates a shallow depth of field that limits the visual subtext. The 50mm or normal lens creates a neutral composition. It's often associated with the style of realism. The type of film stock a director uses can have a huge impact on the overall color of the film. Fast film stock works in low light conditions. Fast film stock is highly sensitive to light. And fast film stock can produce a grainy image. In the film Barry Lyndon, director Stanley Kubrick uses fast film stock and candlelight to create photography with a grainy warmth. It reflects the light quality of the Victorian era, the film's setting. Slow film stock requires more illumination than fast film stock, but the trade-off is slow film stock is capable of capturing precise and vivid colors. This slow film stock example is from our assigned film, Amélie. Director Jean-Pierre Jeunet uses slow film stock to create bright, popping color. The density of the composition establishes the texture of the image through how much visual information is packed into the frame. There are three basic densities: stark, moderate, and highly detailed. Stark, a limited amount of information is in focus, creating a stark composition density in this still from Pulp Fiction. Moderate, the eye can easily take in the elements without being overwhelmed. Remember, the eye can take in 7 or 8 elements simultaneously. We're provided with information about the subject and his location. Highly detailed. This image is packed with visual information and texture. The eye catches on all of the visual texture in the frame. I'm very pleased to present this week's film, Amélie, directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet in 2001. We have 2 response questions that you can choose from. Question 1, how is color used symbolically in Amélie? Or, if you'd like to challenge yourself, how do proxemic patterns and/or territorial positions establish a connection between the viewer and the characters? Mise-en-scène exercise. After completing both mise-en-scène lectures and viewing the assigned films, students should complete the mise-en-scène exercise. Students will conduct a full 15-item analysis of mise-en-scène. Access the assignment in the module for week 5 or at the quizzes tab on the top of the D2L page. Remember to check the syllabus and calendar on D2L for due dates and deadlines. Films featured in this lecture. Students are encouraged to explore these films: The Blair Witch Project, Russian Ark, We Need to Talk About Kevin, The Shining, Sherry Baby, Singing in the Rain, Amélie, Black Swan, Barry Lyndon, Pulp Fiction, There Will Be Blood, and A Clockwork Orange. Until next time, have a great week.